First of all, with Ghost coming to the club, I think it's a good signing for the team. And looking at his quality, he's done well for Vets. I believe he's one of the keepers who has done absolutely fantastic for Vets. When we were in the bubble, he's conceded, I think, a few goals, 1 or 2, I think. So he's been fantastic, and he's done well for himself and for the club. And he's welcome at Sundown. Of course, we have to support each other. When he comes through, he has to fight and get into the team because it's a different environment for him, but we're there to help. We were also once new at the club, and we had people to help us to stabilize and try and play for the club. But of course, it's a new challenge for him, and there's a little bit of a difference between Vets and Sundown. So he must come and work hard and get the team to the next level, because that's the most important thing. It's not about who plays, it's about the team achieving what it has to achieve. And I believe he has the ability to do that and learn a few, 2 or 3 things from us. And we are still also learning from him. As much as we're getting old, we're learning, and learning never stops. So for me, it's a great signing for the club. He's a very young man with a lot of energy, and he's got a bright future ahead of him. And the issue of Gavin Hunt going to Chiefs, I mean, I wouldn't want to comment about what's going to happen, because I don't know his future. And I don't know what's happening at Kaizer Chiefs, whether things are going to change. But he's a fantastic coach. I believe it will be a new chapter for him. Probably managing a bigger team than the other few teams that he has been managing. But football is the same. And the mentality still remains that he will drive them to winning trophies. And he's done that with SuperSport and with Vets. We know the quality that he has as a coach, and going into a bigger team, the anticipation and what they expect from him is big, but he's done it before, and I believe if he's given a chance to coach Kaizer Chiefs, he has the ability as a person and as a coach. And of course, being driven by the size of the team will be something else, but good luck to him if he gets the job. And it's always good to have a competitive coach like Gavin in the league. When you look at the games when he was still at Vets against Sundown, it's always competitive. He drives his players to give the best. So it will be good for the league and for football in general. It's actually Pete who brought me to South Africa when he was still with SuperSport, and then he left. Then Gavin carried on with me for 4 years. Was it 4 years? 3 years? 3, I don't remember. Yeah. Yes, yeah. So it was fantastic. I mean, moving on from Pizzo to Gavin, and then back to Pizzo, then Gavin. I think I've been managed by 2 quality coaches. Crazy, yes, but quality coaches. Because in football, sometimes you need to be crazy. You can't play nice all the time. So for me, I think this made me stronger as a person, and it showed that football must be played with high intensity, and you must give your best all the time, because no one is going to do you favors. So for me, working with both coaches really took the best out of me, and I'm really grateful, because they've done well for me and my family all these years, and the seasons I've stayed in South Africa. Of course, winning 7 titles with SuperSport 3 in a row and Sundown 3 in a row, it's massive for me. Of course, it would be fantastic winning it with Sundown before I went to Vets, but sometimes in life you need to go a little bit low, then come back stronger. So this is one of the things that really pushed me to become who I am, because when I left for Vets on loan, I came back and started playing regularly with Sundown, and all these achievements came after going on loan. So it was not a setback for me, but it was for me to reflect on my life and football and try and come back stronger. No one would want to miss out on a trophy, but there was no guarantee that we were going to win it that season. But when I left, the team won it and it gained momentum with that. I'm happy for the club and I'm happy for myself because I learned a lot of things after going back to going to Vets on a loan deal, and I learned a lot of things from the players who were at Vets by then, like Monip. He was very experienced and he wanted to fight for his position at Vets, and every time I played he told me, that's my space, I must play. So when I got a chance also to play at Sundown, I knew that I must fight for that place to be probably the club's number one. But knowing that it doesn't come cheap, you must work hard. So it was a setback a little bit, but it made me become better as a person and as a player. Yeah, of course, looking at what John Ibarrola done for me, and not leaving out the coaches I've worked with. I worked with William Shongwe as well. William Shongwe at SuperSport, and I forgot his name, Grant Johnson. Because when I arrived in South Africa, it was Grant Johnson who was coaching me. I'm grateful because I went through great coaches. Of course, I didn't have much in Uganda because the situation doesn't allow sometimes, but I was helped by these people to achieve and become a better goalkeeper. And not forgetting Wendell Robinson, who has been absolutely fantastic for me. When John left, he went to Europe. He went back to Europe, and Wendell took over. He continued with the same mentality, and he made us believe in ourselves more, because sometimes when a coach leaves and you get another one, sometimes it becomes difficult. But he went on with the flow, and it's great to have people that are achieving more, but worked with you in life. And it motivates me and it motivates us, because John worked with me, Wayne Sunderland, Tel Ngobeni, Kennedy, Jackson, and you can see the quality. We reflect on these things and it stays in the system. So really grateful that Sundown brought someone who really changed our lives, but at the same time we got another quality goalkeeping coach in Wendell Robinson, who has made us who we are right now for the last 5 years, I think, and he's very patient with us. We really joke with him a lot, but when it's time for business, it's time for business, and he's a very patient person. I can admit with that. And of course, looking at the competition that is at Sundown, it's a nice competition, and of course, looking at how Kennedy came into the team and helped the team to cross to the finish line. It's always good to have a very healthy competition in the team. And of course, one would say, yes, he would have played the final. Of course, he would have played the final, but that's a decision for the coach. He chose who plays the final, and the most important thing is for us to win trophies for the club and not look at individuals and start victimizing and saying, look, this one should have played, this one should have played. At the end of the day, the moment the club gets the trophies, we're all happy, and we joke about it. We wish each other luck. When Kennedy plays, he comes to me, he says, okay, let's go do the job. When Riyadh plays, it's all about the club, not individuals. So for us, it's a healthy competition. Everyone would want to play, but when the coach decides that it's Denis to play, it's Kennedy to play, it's Riyadh to play, you give your best, because it's not in our hands to decide who plays. It's the coach, and you must do your work when given the opportunity, and that's the belief that we install in the youngsters and in the players, that when you're given the opportunity, you take it with both hands, and at the end of the day, the club benefits and you also benefit.